Oh no, me ties are gone. Good morning, everybody. Did you know that today is a day where it's the TGWPIS podcast? I know, right? It's been a while. How y'all been? You been good? You been feeling all right? Your heat wave's done? Because, it has been crazy over here with heat. It's finally broken. I can actually sit in this room without breaking into just a sweat, just sitting in a chair. And yeah, it is a good time. I am, of course, your host today, James Atkinson. Along with me is Chris, the coffee knight. Getting a cup of coffee, so we don't have to worry about him just yet. Lard is, Mr. Will Lard Teamaker is still on holiday. It's on walkabout. It's all good. I'm pretty sure he will be, it's a bad time for a heat wave, especially when there's a lot of video games and stuff to be played, for sure. But, like I said, Will's on vacation, so you're stuck with me today, and Chris. So, hashtag sorry, not sorry. But there's a lot to talk about. There's video games and stuff that's happening. There's other stuff that's happening. Gen Con's going on right now. I mean, if you're into that kind of a thing, there's video games and stuff that's come out. Sony has released Spider-Man is now on Steam. And like we all thought it would be, it looks so much better when it's on PC than when it is on console. Just night and day. And it is something that I've looked at and probably will be picking up at some point, just not at the moment. I'm not willing to pay $60 for it. Like 35 will be good. It'll be on a sale eventually. They tend to do that. But how you guys doing, chat? How you been? It's been a little while, right? Since we've all kind of sat down here and kind of just chatted it up, thought about things, did a few things. There's been other news stories as well. I should probably find some stuff to talk about. Otherwise, it's just going to be me faffing about up here for a little bit. Which I am sure you're all absolutely okay with, because if you've come here for the quality content, where have you been the last couple of years? This isn't about quality or quantity. I mean, what just try to define it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, folks, let's talk news. Let's talk about some funny stuff. Let's talk about Sony and Microsoft, and mainly about the Game Pass, because we knew that this was coming. We knew something like this was coming about because Microsoft has gone after Sony saying, hey, you have been paying companies not to go on Game Pass. Meanwhile, Microsoft has been paying people to go on to Game Pass. Now, granted, most likely people going on to Game Pass is paying them to be on Game Pass. It's an incentive to be on Game Pass, but it also isn't an exclusivity thing, where Sony paying them is kind of taking them off and not it'd be an exclusivity thing. Regardless, it is both interesting and hilarious, the hypocrisy. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the games industry. Hypocrisy is what we do and what we do well. There's only quality here. I have low standards. Well, Corn, you should have better standards. You are a great person, and you should always think highly of yourself. Now, granted, the fact that you have low standards specifically for this one podcast, we appreciate it. But hopefully we can raise that bar for you. Wait, Sony, Microsoft, once again, it just seems like they're just trying to stir up shit when they really don't need to. There's and it's because Game Pass has been out for ever. When was Game Pass incepted? Microsoft Game Pass start date. When did they come out with it? They came out with 2017. It's been around for a few years. So, in my mind, what's the problem here, folks? I don't see a problem here. You guys haven't complained about it in 7 years. You haven't complained about it in 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years. You guys haven't complained about it for over 5 years, so.
I'm here. All right, I live. All right, how's it going?
Aye.
Yeah, hi, everybody. Hi. I missed everything. I was just troubleshooting microphones.
I mean, it happens. It absolutely happens. Article on a Dutch, they said that South America, they're filing it in South America. Interesting that they're filing the lawsuit in South America because they knew they couldn't get it done in them. Well, the American courts are on fire. The English courts are on fire. But yeah, it's I don't know. It seems petty. It seems like Sony's just like, hey, we're relevant even though we can't get a console to anybody who wants one. I still don't think I can buy a PS5. How long has that thing been out for? Long enough, right? PS5. Yep. Nope. It's available by invitation only right now.
Oh.
Why? Because it's high demand. You can buy one from scalpers for 4 times price. Yeah, no. Well, the scalper here on Amazon isn't going too bad. It's only doubling the price. And Kim wonders why I'm not going to be getting a PS5. She's like, aren't you going to be getting a new PlayStation? Why? What's the point? It came out October 2021, so it's almost a year, and they're still having... I mean, I get it. They're still having production problems. But still.
I mean, if anyone out of our group were to be trying to go for a PS5, it'd be me because I don't have any PlayStation anything. But I also don't care.
Well, Will has one.
Oh, good.
He also has whatever the new Xbox is. The Xbox Series S, X, Tricky, 360, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will has both. But Will pre-ordered well in advance, got himself in line, and did that. I didn't because I was very blasé about the stuff, and I looked at the games that were coming out for it, and I was like, I'll probably be able to get that in PC in about 2 years after it comes out, so why should I worry about it? It's like I could get God of War and Spider-Man right now, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, why do I need to spend $500 when my computer will play it better than they can, and I can get it for about roughly the cheaper price? Oh my god, Cult of a Lamb has a lamb plushie. Things that I don't need that I should buy. I should probably check eBay, see what they're pricing PlayStation 5s at. God damn it. PS5. Let's see here. Ooh, wow, they've actually really come down in price. You can get it for $615 now. Instead of like the $499 it's supposed to be. Though, granted, they like the pictures of them were just like them with like 8 boxes stacked on top of each other. It's like, dude, fucking really? Oh, but I can buy a GameStop certified pre-owned one for $5.99. Yeah, it retails for $499. And besides, with the fact that the graphics card market has essentially blown up, and the prices are coming way down, like you can start building a computer again for a very decent price. So why wouldn't you? Like really, folks, why wouldn't you build a computer?
Exactly. Like, what was the price of Costco one that I saw was like $500 for something that was halfway decent.
What was it that Amazon showed me yesterday? Hang on, let me look at find my search history, because it actually was a halfway decent machine. come on, where is it? It was like so it was like $1,100, and it had a current gen i7 in it with a 3060, and it was like 1,100 with a 1 terabyte H hard drive in it, and the ability to expand. It was a Lenovo desktop and RGB, because of course.
As you do.
Amazon, I was looking at this yesterday. How can you not remember this? Continue watching. Buy it again. Selected for you. Great. Series I've started. Listen. I get it. I will read it. I will look at my maid I hired is recently mysterious. I get it. Okay, cool. We're all yes. I will look into that.
Just later.
Oh, browsing history. Here we go. How is this not on my browsing history? I was literally clicking on it yesterday. Amazon, go home. You're drunk. That being said, that maid manga. Hi. Let me just slide that into this cart right here for later. Oh, so yeah, that's like Sony. Let's find No Man's Sky news. Just because I figure when like Will's not here, what we tend to do is just talk about No Man's Sky.
It's true. I did start playing a little No Man's Sky in the section of we play games and talk about those.
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane, this freaking game. Somebody wrote an article that says 6 years after the biggest sci-fi game ever has finally reached its full potential. I don't know about its full potential, but like it's
matched almost all of the promises they made.
because we launched. This is from Sean Murray. When did he tweet this? August 9th, so a few days ago. 6 years ago, we launched No Man's Sky. Thanks to everyone who joined us to explore the news. What a journey it's been so far. It's talking about the updates. Foundation update, Pathfinder update, Atlas update, No Man's Sky Next, The Abyss, Visions, No Man's Sky Beyond, Synthesis, Living Ships, Exomechs, Desolation, Origins, Next Generations, Companions, Expeditions, Prisms, Frontiers, Sentinels, Outlaws, and now Endurance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They've had 20 updates, major updates to this game over 6 years. The fuck No Man's Sky. It's also going to be able to be played on the Steam Deck. Freaking No Man's Sky, y'all. Yep, there it is. Hi, welcome to the Game Won't Play Itself, or as we like to call it, the No Man's Sky Appreciation Stream.
It's true. Yeah, no, I started playing No Man's Sky again the other day because I've been working on a video essay about survival games and various things involving them. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been really good.
Would you call No Man's Sky survival light?
I would not. I would actually pull it fully into the category.
Okay. I'm only because I'm wondering, because it seems like most survival games, I mean, granted, you are managing a resource, but instead of like managing your food, it's oxygen and like suit integrity.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, like, there's plenty of survival games that don't cover the needs of food and everything. I don't think that's necessarily a requirement for a survival game.
So, a game like Terraria, for instance, you would call that a survival
Yeah,
game, even though it doesn't cover the needs of food or anything like that.
yeah. Terraria definitely falls under survival game. Um, Stardew Valley even falls under survival game.
Okay, I can see that. I do. I mean, those are two games that I have installed on my PC right now.
I've been loving Terraria too. I have modded it a little too heavily. So it's no longer letting me play in the world.
That means you're just doing it right. Mod it till it breaks, and then go a little bit further, and then play the game. That's how it be.
Yep. There's something with world generation and calamity that's just not working.
Well, I think that might also be because they updated the Calamity mod recently. They got rid of Malice mode, so that might have something to do with how your thing broke.
Hmm.
They got rid of Malice mode because it was too hard. Like,
Which is a shame because yeah, it was too hard, but it was also optional.
yeah, but like they got rid of Malice mode because like they had all the data they had gotten from it meant nobody, unless they had used other like mods to make their character broken, you in the Calamities mod you cannot beat Malice mode's final boss. It was physically impossible to do.
Yeah, with that attitude. No, I mean, it definitely was designed for severe problems.
I mean, it was like, well, yeah, exactly. With that attitude, like somebody who finally beat Charlie's Halo challenge.
I still love the fact that was issued. It was amazing.
Yeah. With some gumption and a little bit of know-how, you too can also beat Elden Ring with a banana as a controller. Or headshot people in CSGO using a recorder. It's like, I'm like, is it Sand? I'm like, are we watching Sandstorm? Oh no, that's not Sandstorm. That's the thing. It's like, how do you get your affiliate status on Twitch? Be very good at a specific game. Become a VTuber. Or just play video games in the most ridiculous style known to man.
Truth.
It's like, I have programmed this thing to react to the sound of my voice. The more high-pitched I scream, the faster I run.
Skyrim by shouting.
The true way is my Skyrim only responds to me yelling Fusdura. I mean, that would be once again. This mod probably exists of like an audio version of like you actually yelling the shouts into your mic and then it doing it in Skyrim.
It does.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not surprised.
It's good. It's not good. It's really bad.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good Skyrim mods. But there, in 15 years when we're playing Skyrim on our PlayStation 20s, and GTA 6. It'll be good. It'll get all the stuff kinks where it. I sent an article to you guys, which was they put the Shadow of Mordor Nemesis system into Skyrim. Like the fuck. I'm intrigued and interested, but the fuck. I mean, at this point, I'm not surprised what else they have in Skyrim. It's just absolutely insane. You want to what? You want to create your own adult movies? Well, come on into Skyrim. Can we talk to you about this website called Lovers Lab? I mean, don't go there unless you're 18 plus.
Truth. Also, if you're not, we don't mind that you're watching the channel, but this is not a channel for you necessarily.
Ass. Yeah, this isn't like this is explicit. Like you are
Yeah.
technically breaking the toss by being here.
Truth.
This is not our fault. But it can be our fault? It's weird. Twitch's guidelines are weird sometimes. Apparently, I can also add tags now. Who knew? Subpar? Oh my god, let me do it. I'm sorry, they said they've added this whole new tagging system and on Twitch, and I'm immediately like, well, man, that's just like trying to put me into a category, man, and I just don't feel like I fit into a box, man. I just don't want to categorize myself into. I just call it VTuber. Where's the VTuber? We're working on. I am the VTuber. Uncanny Valley. By far the best VTuber model I've seen so far is a guy with a extremely deep voice who is on Chris, you probably have seen this one, who's on a really hot anime girl, but he's the squid on her head that is controlling her.
Perfect.
Yes. I'm like, The fact that there's also lore videos about like the backgrounds of all of these VTubers and like what multiverses they are part of, I'm like, really, guys? I mean, it's the internet. I'm not surprised. But at the same time, are we really fucking doing this?
It's kind of great sometimes. I was very much against VTubers early off, and like many a thing, it's because I'm a crotchety old man, and now it's very funny, and I like it.
There are some people who are doing some very creative things, and that's the big thing. Like, I'm completely. I wasn't against it. I was just kind of like, wait, let's see where this goes, and then like. The people who broke away from the corporate greed side of things and started doing independent and weird, goofy, funny stuff. I'm like, okay, all right, yep. Creative people have gotten a hold of this. That's good.
Yes.
And it's good. It's good for them. If it gets more people into streaming and they can confidently do it, and that's the way that they're able to project to their audience, then hell yeah. Audiences. I'm putting at you, Twitch. Don't be fucking creeps. Like, really. Super Mario Skyrim Worlds, it exists. I know it fucking exists. The question the question will soon become about Skyrim, to go back to this point, is not what can you play Skyrim on, is what can you play in Skyrim.
Exactly, yeah. But also, what can you play it on?
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing Cyberpunk.
Alexa, the smart TV, the fridge.
Alexa?
Yep.
I want to play modded Skyrim on my Alexa.
Exactly.
The Macho Man Randy Savage man. Oh, yeah! It's like I'm playing Cyberpunk right now, guys. Oh, great. You finally reinstalled the game. No, I just modded Skyrim. What? It's fine, guys.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I gotta bring us back to news real quick.
Sure.
So we discussed this in between, but a lot of this is weird and spooky and scary, but also really cool shit. But it has the zombie pigs. We need to talk about the zombie pigs. There's no way we can't talk about the zombie pigs. So, for some context, some scientists have been working on some very interesting and neat things. These are actually good things that they were working on. It just sets a precedence of worrisome things. What had happened was that some people in a lab managed to let pigs die for several hours and then bring them back to life. By death, we're talking about specifically brain death, so the brain stops sending signals, and heart death. The heart stops beating. They manage to sustain the cells of the creature long enough to be able to bring it back from death that way, using a concoction of drugs. Now, to preface this a little bit more, the drugs didn't bring the things back. They resuscitated them through conventional means, everything else that they do to bring people back. The pigs, however, did not suffer cellular death, so they didn't rot and decay after that death because of the drug concoction. So the scary thing is we have zombie pigs. The not so scary thing is it's not the drugs that made them come back. It was conventional resuscitation. The drugs, what they did was they actually kind of managed to, as just a layman in the medical field, I'm not an expert in this at all, but basically what we used to do is we used to force air into the bloodstream, like the hard way, and pump that through the body anyways, with like an artificial method. They did something with a sequence of drugs that helped oxygenate the blood for longer and maintain the cells for longer than how we previously did it. So while, yes, we have zombie pigs, it's actually a really good thing that these are zombie pigs. It's kind of wild. What this does for us as humanity is it leads credence to the capacity of saving people after, not after death, but after their brain function stops and their heart function stops, so we can sustain people for longer. This is excellent in the case of things such as like critical conditions, massive events of like harm, natural disasters, any type of thing that causes someone to basically need to be sent to a hospital, but there's a bunch of shit in the way, or they have a long wait time. This gives doctors a longer window to be able to bring people back. So we're just going to see less deaths in emergency situations with this.
Also,
so great things, cool things, but also zombie pigs.
There's another thing that also is precedent that helps precedent for too. It's if you look at this, putting people at suspended animation states for long travel, like possibly through space.
Yes, it does lead a little bit more towards that. I'm not sure how it will work with cryogenics. I think that might be a new step to take it. Is to look into how that works in tandem with cryogenics, if it can function with cryogenics. Well, because one of the main issues we have with cryogenics is when we unfreeze people, the cells are hurt from being frozen.
Well, that's the thing with that. I'm not even talking about cryogenics. I'm talking about like what if you I'm not saying that you don't kill a person, but you over oxygenate their blood, put them into a coma, and like slow their heart rate down and their breathing down to allow them to be in like a minimalist state for a period of time.
The main issue with setting that up is it's not so much being able to put people into stasis. I imagine that it's dangerous to try and bring them back. I believe this is like a last ditch effort type situation.
Right.
But instead of trying to do that, because the cells are still going to age, everything's still going to age.
Yeah. And I'm talking
it's just gonna.
I'm talking for
it's just going to be like a medical comatose type thing.
Yeah. I'm just talking about like to go like from like to Mars. I'm not talking about like we're traveling to Alpha Centauri here. I'm just talking about like, instead of keeping people awake for like the 6 months or whatever it would take, it's like, why don't we just like let them take long naps?
I think we can do that through other means, through something like maybe like a morphine drip, and like a type of iron lung thing. The concoction in this regards is, I think it's a less like to be used on still living, and instead to just, I really think it is just for emergencies. I don't think the concoction necessarily can be adjusted to work outside of sustaining someone after everything else has failed. But I don't know. I don't know that. I couldn't tell you. It is certainly an interesting thought experiment with it. But yeah, that was my major piece of news. That's what I got.
That's what you got.
Congratulations. That's it.
Zombie Pigs, No Man's Sky. Sounds like a typical day when Will's not here.
Yeah, more or less.
More or less.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go right into what we've been playing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, No Man's Sky. If you want to go first, go.
Oh no, I mean mine has been Genshin, and then Transport Fever 2.
Ah.
Because nothing says I like video games like I'm just moving around shit and talents and making it grow and stuff. So I've started small. I watched somebody play a series and I'm like, okay, I'll try this out. Randomly generated, just tried playing out a few things. It's working out pretty well. I'm growing some towns. Like I realize I'm sitting there going like, wow, man, I'm like in like the 1930s and like people really don't want to like travel like long distances on the highways. I'm like, but what if I created a bus network? Would there be any demand? I don't think there would be any demand. And all of a sudden everybody's just like, everybody wants to use the buses. I'm like, well, shit. Now I've created demand. You know, we didn't want to go to halfway across the map, but since you gave us the option. But yeah, I'm like in the 50s now, so I have like jet airplanes coming about. And like all my trains are like I still have trains and stuff that are like diesel and stuff. And I'm like, these are not becoming cost effective to run anymore.
No.
But at the same time, like, but I have these established rail lines. So like, how do I make these more cost efficient? So like, that's the point where we're at now. It's very interesting. The fact is like the stuff that like was making me a ton of money has become, you can't make as much money because, you know, the older trains are old. So you have to upgrade to newer trains. And then like the run that was making me $12 million, like a year is now only making me $6 million a year because of the running costs. And I'm sitting there going like, how do I supplement this?
Math.
More like passenger trains. I don't have any passenger trains yet. I do have an airport that goes from one side of the map to the other because there's just like a bunch of industries that don't provide what the town needs to grow. And it's just so out of the way that I'm like, I'm just going to take an airport next to my largest town and put an airport next to my smallest town. And so people commute back and forth. Now I'm going to try and set up cargo routes. But the problem is I need to get the supply chains right. So that's the next thing.
Yeah, just a game of logistics.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. All it is a game of logistics. It's a puzzle. Essentially, and remember, folks, city planning games and logistics games are just puzzle games. That's all they are.
Truth.
They are just puzzle games. They're just more variables. And given my line of work, the fact that I play games like this is very disturbing. Come home from work to do more work.
Right.
Yes.
Let's continue the working.
Yes, let's look at the balance sheets and shares of the company and figure out what the profit margins is to see how we can eke out more money. James, are you a capitalist? I mean, maybe.
I won't say no.
I won't say no. But yeah, so Transport Fever, and then I played Cult of the Lamb for an hour yesterday. It was fun. I want to play more of it. It's a roguelike with like base building and like cult, like follower and cult like things. So you have like the roguelike, you go in, you do like Binding of Isaac levels, and then like you have like kind of the tower. What's the name of that card game that has like you get like 5 routes that you can go and they have different rooms, and as you go through them, there's different areas.
Wow. I don't know.
It's like the roguelike thing now. Like you go and you do an area, and then like it gives you an option of 3 branching paths, and then like you can choose different areas, and then eventually you get to like the boss of the level. So it has that element in it, and like the levels are like Binding of Isaac style levels. And then you go back to your cults, which is like it's almost like a Harvest Moon level thing where like you have cultists, you have to worry about where they're pooping, what you're feeding them, you know, get them creature comforts so that they give you more faith, to give you more evil dark powers to unlock to become more of a cult leader. So it's like I'm sitting there going like it's a roguelite, which I'm not against roguelites, but they're not my favorite thing. But like with base building and cult management,
Yes.
side game. Like, okay, I can be about this. The fact that it has a button that just you bah because you're a lamb. All it is you press a button and you bah. And I'm like, okay,
Best button.
best button. And the second best thing is because as you go through, like, so the unlocks you get through progression are like you can get like blueprints and resources and stuff, but some of the other stuff you can do is like once you beat an area you can go back and play through it because you can still recruit cultists that way. By the way, the cultists also have like talents that either make them good or bad cultists, so like you have that whole sub layer in there. But you can unlock different looks for each cultist and like different decorations. So that's pretty cool. But if you have one of them that looks like dogs, so they have like narwhals, lambs, giraffes, like they're really cutesy, but obviously you're a cult. But if you make them look like a dog, you can do various things to like have them be more faithful to them. Like you can yell at them, you can encourage them. If you have a dog, you can pet them. So in Cult of the Lamb, you can pet the dog, which we all know is a major consideration.
That is
Game
one
of
of
the
the
Year.
primary reasons to buy a game. Yes.
So yes, not only can you make your characters look at that, but you can also do that. Also, it's not working yet for me, at least, probably because I am small streamer, but it has Twitch integration built into it.
Ooh.
Which means you can connect it to your Twitch account, and then like the followers you find in the dungeon can be named after people in chat. They can provide you with stuff in the base building side of things. So like if they give you more buffs to help you, to hurt you, or that kind of stuff. So yes. That's yeah, but that's Cult of the Lamb, and that's really all I've been playing.
All right. Well, I suppose it's my turn. As mentioned, I have been playing No Man's Sky. I have also been playing a rather hefty amount of Terraria, heavily modded, as we do. Namely, I've added 2 different JoJo's mods. I've added some fishing mods, some summoning mods. I've added just basically anything that looked and sounded good. I was like, "Yep, that's mine now." So we're doing pretty good on that front. It's a good little adventure. I need to readjust my mods because the world generation no longer works with Calamity. And then again, I broke it and then I created a new world again to try and get it to work, and it still didn't work. So there's that. So we'll just say it's not exactly skilled capacity for me here. I've also been playing a fairly sizable amount of 7 Days to Die, which we are almost done with the first month. And after that, who knows? But either way, we've made some progress. We've been doing some good building. My base is not quite like fleshed out, salmoned out, any type of anything.
Danced out.
Yep. I've also been playing a handful of other survival games because I've been working on a little project. I just need to preface, I love survival games. And I also love long-form YouTube videos. So I figured, you know what? Let me make a long-form YouTube video on survival games and the things I love about them and why I love them and maybe why other people would like them. And why sometimes the name of survival is misleading. There may be other better names, but like base building is definitely a good option. I love base building games, but some base building games, not as much others. But yeah, either way. That's the totality of what I've been doing. Oh, and Valorant. I've been playing some Valorant because I've been wanting a competitive shooter. I've been wanting to do something a little more competitive. It comes up every every 4 or 5 months. I want to do something really competitive. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I get that like weird like itch to scratch, which is like let's install Skyrim again and like you play it for like 5 hours. You're like, okay, that's my Skyrim itch done for like half a year now.
Yep.
It used to be the MMO itch for me too, but I haven't had that in a while.
I've wanted to do something with a small team of people. That's like the itch that I have right now is like, I want a small team of people.
Well, there's tons of games that do that. But once again, you're playing 7 Days to Die. So that's you can do that. It's multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, like I think when I think of something like that, I think of like the Division. Like you get a maximum of 4 people. It's like small squad shooting tactics plus it's a looter
Yeah.
shooter. Like
That's the type of thing I'm looking for.
All right, you want an easy one that's free to play? Destiny 2.
I have Valorant.
Destiny 2 if you want looter shooter. It's free to play. It's a looter shooter. You play it, you don't spend any money in it, and then you can just leave and you're done. That's another good one. I wouldn't recommend Genshin because
Yeah, Genshin is a bit of a
I mean
Skyrim co-op mod.
I play it with Kim. It's kind of it scratches my MMO itch.
Yep, and it scratches her husbando itch.
Pretty much exactly. And obviously, I can't talk about it because there may or may not be a sponsored stream coming up where I get to talk more about Genshin. So we won't go into that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I have to. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Apparently, we are getting.
Copyright strike.
No, we're not. I went into it, and apparently, we had it, and then we didn't, and now HelloFresh wants us to like do it. Man, we're getting sponsorship deals all of a sudden. This is strange.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I went to set up the campaign, and apparently it timed out. That's all right. There wasn't enough space.
I gotta sign up for my things to do sponsorship things too.
Yeah,
because I mean, like, if I could get a sponsorship for, say, like a Tower of Fantasy or a Genshin Impact, I'll definitely play some of those games.
Yeah. I mean, Tower of absolutely. We have to do. Yeah, I just have to play more games. So I'll probably look at doing a stream this weekend. Will returns to streaming tomorrow. He has told me. So
okay.
Welcome back, Will, with Sunday service. Hopefully he's in. I mean, I've talked to him every day. We've always been on vacation, so I know that he is doing well, and everybody should welcome back with wide open arms. It's good to take time off for this kind of stuff.
It is.
It is. I obviously haven't created a YouTube video since the end of June. And I'm staring, and I have the final video recorded for TGWPIS FC. I just haven't edited it at all, done anything with it. Because, like, once you release it, then it's over and it's done. You're like, oh fuck. But also, I have a return to like when I start creating content because Formula One Manager comes out at the end of August.
Yeah.
So we all know that I have to create and do something for that because I am the management king. Game king. It's what I do. Steam. What the hell's up with this recommendation?
Oh no!
I gotta look at it. Just 'cause the name of the game. What is this game? Oh no! And it's free to play.
Oh no!
Okay, so it's called Shelter 69.
Oh no! Say no more!
Expand your shelter with unique post-apocalyptic genre and thrown straight into a wild world where women reign supreme across the wasteland and you are the last male. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. It looks very much like Fallout Shelter. Plays very
Yep.
much like Fallout Shelter.
Yep.
But here's the kicker, folks.
Yep.
Why was this game recommended to me? Similar.
Subverse.
No, no.
Oh
Similar,
wow, really?
similar to games you have played, which are RimWorld, and They Are Billions.
Yep. Okay, yeah, sure.
It's not even close. I mean,
Sure.
mature content includes blowjobs, handjobs, sex, polygamy, group sex, orgies, lesbian sex, android sex, consensual BDSM, and bondage. Well, thank God it's consensual.
Yes.
And punishment and instances of non-consensual sex activities. There's the rub.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. It's been updated recently. They've hit 300,000 players. What's this? Hang on, wait. Let's see. Let me because now I'm interested, not in playing it. Steam charts. Tracking what's been played. Cool. Oh no. Oh no. Can I compare this? Please tell me I can compare this. No, hang on. What is it called? Okay. Okay, folks. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how bad this is right now. What would you say the average players is for Shelter 69 in the last 30 days? The average players.
I couldn't even deign to start.
296.3.
Okay.
Granted, it is a free-to-play, horny game based on Fallout Shelter. What do you think the average 30-day players of Babylon's Fall was in Steam?
What?
8.2. There is more people playing Shelter 69 than Babylon's Fall.
This is a world we live in.
This is the world we live in.
This is the world we live in.
Is this the best timeline or the worst timeline? I'm
It's certainly a timeline, I'll give you that.
I mean, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we hard-hitting news here from TGWPIS. I mean, it only gets better. I mean, what is like another big flop of a game that's come out? Biomutant?
Oh, I have no idea.
I mean, Biomutant. Oh, here we go. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. This is like a game that was like good but didn't do great. Steam charts. I can't believe that this game. Okay, yeah, okay. At least Lego Star Wars is beating it out. It still has like over 1,000 players. But either way, yeah. Shelter 69. More if you want to play in a bigger community than Babylon's Fall. By the way, Babylon's Fall is a live service game where you have to be playing in multiplayer, and some points it forces you to join with other groups. And there are only 8 players on Steam playing the game.
That sucks. I hope they're all having fun.
And here's the other question for you, Chris. Here's the who made this game, Babylon's Fall? Do you know who the makers?
I don't.
I do. It is a Square Enix and Platinum Games game.
Oh.
Do you know the last time those two got together, what game they made was?
No, I don't.
Nier Automata.
Wah.
Do you want to know how much Babylon's Fall is right now?
How much?
$60. I don't know if this is going to be the new whipping boy of the channel, but yeah, it's going to be how bad is your game? Oh, hang on, I have to. I have to make one more check on Steam charts. Now, I do not consent to anybody playing this game. But the fact that I even know about it, it makes me feel disgusting. I will discuss it with you all in a second if it is deemed being discussed. If there are more people playing this game, I swear to God, than Babylon's Fall, I'm going to feel really bad about myself.
It's going to be really funny when
okay,
it is.
good. Okay, it's not, thank God. Oh, no, it's worse. No, it's bad. It's bad.
No, oh, no.
Is it? Is it? Oh, God. Please tell me no. What was the peak? Oh, but it is so damn close. Holy shit. Okay. All right. So the average the last 30 days for Babylon's Fall is 8.2 players. Mm-hmm. The average players for Furry Hitler is 7.2.
Oh, that's so bad.
It's with one player. But peak was 21 players with Babylon's Fall. With Furry Hitler, peak was 411 the last 30 days. So oh God, that makes me feel dirty inside. Now, I mean, the worst part is I went to its Steam page, which means now Steam is going to give me even weirder recommendations because it's in the algorithm now. Oh, God damn it. All right, folks, so there you go. Furry Hitler, almost as many views and players as Babylon's Fall. If I was still titling episodes, I think that's what it... No, I can't, because I did to say... If I was titling this as a YouTube video, it'd be a shock face. You won't believe what game has the same amount of players as Babylon's Fall. And like a shocked face, like, oh! So there you go. All right, folks. I think that's it. I think we destroyed enough. It's been an hour, which means an ad has rolled. Thank you for that. Chris, shout-outs, thank yous, anything?
Just everybody who stops in every so often when I'm streaming, much appreciated. I haven't gotten really back into the full swing of things, and I mean it's been a challenge to even get started again. But I'm excited to be back, and I'm excited to do more, and I hope everyone's gonna enjoy the things.
Cord, good one. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Will, who was just chilling. Just good. And yeah, he's just chilling. I think he's being a good uncle right now. So there's that. Thank you all, chat. Thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you for those. God bless you. Those 8 people who are playing Babylon's Fall. Just God bless you. God bless. If you win and living your best life, and God bless you if you bought the deluxe edition too to make it $99. That game was $100 if you buy the deluxe edition on Steam.
Oh my God.
I mean, the fucking sunk cost fallacy in that one, folks. And that's exactly what I tell myself when I play Genshin. So yeah. Anyways, folks, I'm James. That's been the Coffee Night. This has been TGWPIS. Remember, it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. We will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.